Yes, my friend, people. What's going on? It is none other than your boy VRD. No, I'm joking. Hello everyone. Good morning. Hope everyone's good. Today we're going to be driving service to Charlie 08 on the Watford DC line between Watford Junction and London Euston. I'm going to try to get all the way down to London Euston. However, I might not make it if I'm looking a bit pressed for time, but we'll see how we get on. So let's get into this. We're in the class 710. I have driven this on the channel before, so I'm not going to call this a first look. First look. Oh, so you're just trying to adjust my microphone. Let's just make sure that's okay. Right. Hopefully my voice is coming through properly. I'd be very angry if I record this whole video only to find out that my voice didn't record, but you know, it's all part of the game, so whatever, man. Right. Class 710. Yeah, like I said, I have driven this on the channel before, although I don't actually remember what to do right now. I'm stuck. Why can't I move? Overview. I'm stuck. Reset physics. There we are. TPWS slash AWS into the normal position. Vigilance slash DSD into the normal position. Sit our bottom down in the seat. Set the driver reminder appliance. Insert the master key. FNR switch into the secure position, I think. Secure, yeah. And acknowledge the AWS self-test sequence. We acknowledge that. Door release on the left. Headlight switch into the day running position. There's a pendolino over there. Tail light switch can remain in the auto position. I'm gonna set our global system. I can't remember what GSMR stands for. That's actually embarrassing. Global system of mobile communication or something. Why is it not working? There we are. Registration code to Charlie 08. There we are. Perfect. And we are now due out of here. I'm not going to bother with the static brake test. You know, if the train, if this wants to become a runaway, then so be it. I'll gladly stick around for the ride. Oh, sorry, thumbnail. There we are. Perfect. Right. And we've got our two headlights shining as well. It's one of the new modern trains, so we don't have the day running and night running configuration. Well, we do, but it's not. The way it works on these newer trains is different. You don't have a brighter light on one side and an LED light on the other side. It's just two bright lights for some reason. Anyway, right, let's get out of here. We do have a green signal. It's going to be interesting driving this on the 750 volt DC system, because the acceleration isn't going to be as powerful as it would be on the overhead cables. So yes, that is definitely going to be something to take note of. Do we have line volt? I'm not sure why it says 25 kilovolt, but I'm guessing we do have line voltage. Green signal. Let's reset the DRA. FNR switch into forward. Brakes seem to be releasing. And we have power, thank goodness. I was worried it wasn't going to move. Alright, lovely. Next station, Watford High Street. Speed limit is 15 miles an hour departing from Watford Junction. So I just got to move my mic once again. And we are downhill more or less for the entire journey into London, so we're gonna keep that in mind. Currently on a it was downwards 1 in 586, but it's changing and it seems to be getting a bit steeper. I'm just gonna tap on the brakes there just to stop us from exceeding 15. I'm not sure why I got a cautionary AWS alert there when there's a green signal right in front of my face. I'm not sure what all that's about, but okay. Right side failure of the AWS system. Back out the RT3185. Alright, speed limit is 35. Let's get a bit more power in there. Gonna get up to 30, then perform our running brake test. So we're up to 30, give it 2 steps of brake. Well, that appears to be 2.5, but we'll take it. Yep, brakes seem to be working fine, so back up to 35. Watford High Street Station is right around the corner. In fact, I'm gonna shut off the power at about 30, and we're just gonna coast it in. So I believe these platforms are quite short, the same way they're quite short on the suffragette lands. So I'm gonna keep that in mind and try to have about a 25 mph entry speed. Also keeping in mind that the lethal season is about to start, so the track might be a bit more slippery than it's not actually going to be slippery because we're obviously driving in a simulator, but if I was driving this in real life, the tracks would be starting to get a bit slippery due to the beginning of the lethal season. So we're gonna have to be a bit more cautious on the brakes, a bit more gentle with it. Where is the stop board? I don't see the stop board. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to go to the end of the platform because I didn't see a stop board. Alright. Lovely. Brake step 2, door release on the right. And indeed, in the class 710, you aren't required to go into brake step 3 and neutral when you're at a stand. You can just remain in brake step 2. And that just makes it a bit quicker to get the doors open and move off. Because these are start-stop trains, you get me. Right, green signal. Next station, Bushey. Yep, interlock, green signal, perfect. I like the 710, it's a nice... I don't really like the way it looks and the cab, but it is quite nice to drive. And of course, waiting until 5 miles an hour before I go into full power, just for passenger comfort. Although I am keeping in mind that the speed limit is 35, so let's not overdo it. And we are briefly on an upward gradient. I think that's just so we can climb out of the trench, because Watford High Street Station appears to be in a bit of a trench. So I think we're climbing out of that. Bushey station in 500 yards, my people. And we got a 20 limit just before the platform by the looks of it. This seems to be quite easy to remember. The speed limits, that is. I'm looking forward to joining the Bakerloo line at Harrow and Euston and driving past these 72 stocks. I can't believe the 72 stocks are still in service. That is unbelievable. I haven't been on one in a while. When did I last go on a 72 stock? I think it's coming up to 2 years now. About 2 years ago. I got on one between Paddington and Waterloo. And then there was a little overspeed. There was an overspeed incident. I think it was... where was he? Between Piccadilly Circus and Charing Cross. I think he forgot to slow down for the 20 limit. and then everyone just flew sideways. We all stayed in our seats, thankfully. It wasn't that bad, but everyone literally got flung sideways. It was kind of hilarious. Because I predicted it as well. Like I was thinking he should be slowing down by now, but no one else realised because they're not they're not a little geek like me. And then 2 seconds later, we all just got flung to the side. Anyway, Bushey Station. We're at Bushey Station right now. Right, get those doors locked. And now we're entering unfamiliar territory. I do not know the names of the stations between here and Harrow and Roadstone, so this is going to be interesting. Speed limit 20 going up to 45 at the end of the platform. What does that say? Carpenders, I can't see what that says. Something park. Alright, speed limit's 45 now. Let's get full power in there. Full steam ahead. And the cat's meowing once again, but thankfully someone's on the way to go feed it, so that shouldn't last too long. Apologies for the background noise once again, guys. I think 45 is the highest speed that we're going to be able to get up to today. But I'll take it, especially if you watched the previous two videos. Oh my goodness. If you watch the previous two videos, yeah, 45 feels like paradise right now. That's all I'm gonna say. Alright, looking out for the platforms. There they are. Let's get a brake step 2 application in. Reduce that down to brake step 1. A bit too early on the brakes there, but just again me being overcautious with it. And once again, because the leaf fall season, you can literally see the brown trees. I'm not trying to go ice skating. I don't feel like going ice skating. I've never been ice skating and I don't want to be ice skating. No stop board once again, but we're definitely 4 carriages on the platform, and the entrance to the station is at the other end, so I'm gonna stop about here. Okay, I was worried that the game wasn't gonna register the stop, but no, we're all good. Oh, hold on. Why is the stop board there when the entrance is? That's a bit stupid. Oh, okay. Interesting. I don't think these stop boards are correct. I'm sure the class 710s have the newer stop boards with the yellow chevrons on either side. Interesting. Next station is Hatch End. I think Hatch End is that the station before Harrow, or is there one more? I think there might be one more. And there's a class 350 over there vomiting in our face. Oops, speeding. Speeding, speeding, speeding. Yeah, that 350 just drove past like we're irrelevant. How rude. And I think we're passing an abandoned station. It looks like an abandoned station. Well, it clearly is, because why is the northbound track getting... Oh, no, it's not. It's not. I was about to say, why is the northbound track getting further away from us? But it's to make room for the bridge pillar. I stand corrected. So we've got an upcoming 30 limit in 2.4 miles. I believe that 30 limit is at Harrow and Wildstone. Could be wrong though. In fact, no, I'm not wrong. I know for a fact that the 30 limit is at Harrow. Can just about see Hatch End Station coming up in the distance. Braking now. Ooh, braking now. Yeah, attempting to talk with a blocked nose is not easy. I said braking now. Braking now. Alright, nice 25 mph entry speed into the platform. But I'm gonna up it to brake step 2 because this platform seems to be a bit shorter. Straining my eyes right now, trying to see that stop board. There it is over there on the left. And it's not, the stop boards aren't even high enough. They should be in this window here, but they're not high enough to be showing in that, so we just have to kind of guess where they are, which is unfortunate. So we are 2 minutes late. We've been 2 minutes late for quite a while, so I believe I'm driving efficiently enough, but we were just a bit too late departing from Watford Junction, which is annoying, but what can you do? What can you do? Green signal, closing the doors and whatnot. Headstone Lane, okay, we got one more station then before Harrow and Wildstone. So yeah, I do hope everyone's doing alright on this fine November morning. Sorry, October. October morning. Still in shock that it's October already. 2024 really did not wait for anyone. 2024 was just like, get out of the way, man. I've got places to be. I don't wanna be here. That's literally 2024's mindset, because yeah, it was not waiting around. It was not hanging around at all. Probably gonna start doing the Christmas shopping at the end of this month to be prepared, unlike last year, because yeah, last year Christmas completely done me off, and I don't want a repeat of that, so I'm gonna get the shopping done nice and early. And it's my birthday this month as well, so that's something else I gotta worry about. Thankfully I don't really celebrate my birthday, so yeah, not too much of an issue, but yeah. Right, stopped. and the next station, Harrow and Wardstone. So from there, I am actually going to drive this HUD-Less because I'm very familiar with that stretch of track. So between Harrow and Wardstone and Queen's Park, I'm going to be driving it HUD-Less. After Queen's Park, once again, that is unfamiliar territory, so I'm going to have to switch the HUD back on, unfortunately. But this section between Watford Junction and Harrow and Wardstone, I'm probably going to be able to drive this HUD-Less as well, because this is very straightforward to learn. Continuous 45 up to Bushey, goes down to 20, up to 35, then down to 20, then 15 into Watford Junction. I think I might be wrong. I didn't see what that AWS warning was for, but I'm guessing that was for the Morpeth board associated with the 30 limit. We can only hope. But we've got a green signal, so that's all that matters. Yeah. Let's get our brakes on for that 30. There's another 350. It does seem a bit too quiet for my liking. I think some freight traffic would have been nice. You know, some Freightliner 66s dragging some boxes up and down. You know, that why don't we have that? We need another freight locomotive as well. I'm tired of the 66. What's the next most common freight loco in the UK after the 66? Does anyone know? The next most common freight loco after the 66, is it the 68? Alright, we overshot the stop board very slightly, but we're on the platform. That's all that matters. I'm actually trying to think now. I'm very desperate to ask Siri. I think I'm gonna have to ask Siri. Hey Siri. Brother, I'm talking to you. Hey Siri. That is rude. Okay. Wow. I'm just gonna sit here deep and laugh. Anyway, let's turn the HUD off. I'm praying I don't embarrass myself. I shouldn't embarrass myself. Alright, so speed limit is 30, going up to 45. And it stays at 45 for a lifetime. There's our 45 board. The route has definitely had a bit of a facelift. I mean, it clearly has, because the original, the Bakerloo line I'm on about, so the stretch between Harrow and whatever, in the Train Sim World 2 version, the route looked very plain. There was barely any scenery lying about. It was just a very plain looking route. But now you can definitely see the improvements that they've made. But I'm sure if I was to come out of this and load up the Bakerloo line, it would still be in its Train Sim World 2 state. But the West Coast, the way it looks in the West Coast main line is a lot better. And I think we have a 72 stock in the distance. Well, that actually looks like a red signal. Okay, no, it's not. it's the back of the stairs leading to the footbridge. That scared me a lot, I will not lie. At first I thought it was a 72 stock, then I thought it was a red signal, but I was thinking no, because I departed on a green, so I'm not, I don't even want to think that. I think we should have I think we should have stopped at that mirror there, but we're just going to take it to the end of the platform. Actually, no, we've got an S board. We've got an S board here. I just find it strange that we're only... Wait, how many carriages are we? Oh, carriages. Carriages. How many carriages are we? Are we 4 carriages or 5? Because I'm sure it's 5 carriage trains that operate on this. So that's actually... Okay, we are only 4 carriages. I believe it's 5 carriage trains that operate on the Watford DC line, but I could be incorrect. But I'm almost certain it's 5 car trains that do this. Next station, South Kenton, with its island platform. Speed limit still 45. There's the platform coming up there, so we're gonna get the brakes in about now. I'm gonna bring it down to about 20. Well, I'm gonna try to bring it down to 20 miles an hour on the entry into the platform, but that's probably not gonna happen. Again, we've got another mirror about 4 carriages up the platform, but then our stop board is down here, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense. I'm gonna have to look at some footage of these things in real life, stopping at these stations, just to understand where the correct stopping position is, because I just find it a bit strange. Anyway, doors on the right. Oh, start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. Oh, goodness. Next station, North Wembley, or Wembley North. I think, no, North Wembley. I think it's North Wembley. I was right. See, I'm always right. I do need to get into the driver's seat of a Pendolino again and take it all the way up to Milton Keynes, or down to Euston, depending on how I'm feeling. But I'm probably gonna go out of Euston up to Milton Keynes. Did the Pendolino not just pass us when we were coming into South Kenton? Anyway, we'll give it full service braking, because we're coming in a bit too quickly here. I'd be doing a bit of ice skating if this was real life. I mean, hopefully that helped us gain back a bit of time, because we are about 3 minutes late at the moment. Overshot the stop board again. Look at that. Why are you not stopping? Are you okay? Why did it take so long to come to a stand? What on earth? Anyway. Yeah, I'm a bit rusty. I haven't played in a while. but normally I'm very on point when it comes to the stopboards. I can get them right in the window there, but I don't think I've pulled that off once so far today, which is embarrassing, very embarrassing, extremely embarrassing. Green signal, door interlock. Away we go. Next station, Wembley Central. Wembley Central is the next station, my people. You can see, I thought that was a 377, but no, it's a 350. Hopefully we do see a 377 before we pass the junction to the West London line, but I doubt we will. So between Watford Junction and here, we haven't seen a single 377, so we should see one any second now. Actually, that being said, they only run on an hourly basis up here, so we might not actually come across one. Hopefully we do. There was probably one hiding away at Watford, knowing my luck. It was probably as we were going around the Watford High Street. What would you call that? Not a spur. We'll just call it a detour. When we were going around the Watford High Street detour, that's probably when it snuck past us. And again, flying right past the stopboard for some reason. Brakes don't seem to be responding too well. Right, we're away. Speed limit goes down to 40 miles an hour not too long after departing from Wembley Central, so we'll keep that in mind. Next station is Stonebridge Park. Gonna shut off the power at 35 because we are on a downward gradient right now as we dive beneath the west coast mainland. There's our 40 limit starting, and you can see gravity is bringing us right up to 40, so I'm gonna tap on the brakes to bring us back down to 35. Yeah, you can see how gravity is just fighting against us right now. I'm in brake step 1 and the speed is barely coming down. Back down to 35, releasing the brakes. I probably could have got away with only coming down to 37, but I wanted to be safer than sorry. And speed limit has returned to 45, so full power. I'm speeding. I'm speeding my head off right now. What am I doing? Oh goodness. And there's our beautiful little 72 stock in the platform there. And stopped. Next station, Harlesden. I'm passing over. I cannot remember the name of this road, but it is quite a major road. I think over there is Brent Cross, if I'm not mistaken. Or it might be on the other side, actually. Which side is Brent Cross? Because in Brent Cross, you've got a nice view of the Wembley Stadium. You're looking at the Wembley Stadium from the eastern side, I think. I can't even remember. Because I remember I was doing some work in Brent Cross, and I was on the top floor of some building, and I could see the Wembley Stadium. It actually looked pretty close, because Wembley Stadium is humongous. So even if it's a good like 5 miles away, it literally looks like it's right around the corner. But yeah, I was looking at it from. I was on its eastern side looking at it, I think. You guys are probably thinking, why am I talking about the Wembley Stadium? That had no context whatsoever. It's because you can see the Wembley Stadium from Stonebridge Park. It is actually modelled in the game, but I couldn't be bothered to go into the external view. So I was just trying to get a sense of direction. Oh, okay, I thought I needed brake step 3, but brake step 2 held it down. Finally, an accurate stop. Look at that. Right, next station is Euston Junction. We are now passing beneath the Dudding Hill line, the freight only line. This bridge right here, that carries the freight only Dudding Hill line. And believe it or not, there is actually AI traffic that is programmed to pass over there occasionally. I remember it's even modelled in the older Bakerloo line. I remember I was in a 72 stopped at Harlesden, and then I heard a class 66. I was thinking, where's that coming from? I look up and I see a DB66 go over the bridge. I was thinking, what? I didn't know that. And then at the time I didn't know what line that was, so I had to go on Google Maps and have a look, and then I realised it was the Dudding Hill line. So yeah, nice little touch there by the developers. Speed limit goes down to 30 here. I'm getting a bit more confident with the slowing down into the platforms now. As you can see, absolutely flying into these platforms and still stopping pretty accurately. I don't like the fact that the open buttons aren't only one of the door open buttons are modelled on this side. Not modelled, but you can only interact with one of them here, but I'm sure on this side you can interact with both of them. Oh no, it's the same on this side, but for some reason on this side it's the outer one that you can interact with. On the left side it's the inner one that you can interact with. It's a bit weird. Next station, Kensal Green. Speed limit is 30. We do need to keep that in mind. There's Euston Traction and Rolling Stock Maintenance Depot on the right there. Home of the Class 710s. So I think this is the equivalent of Selhurst Depot, but for the London Overground. This is London Overground Selhurst Depot, more or less. As you know, Selhurst Depot is the main depot for Southern trains. Southeastern's one is, I think Southeastern's one is Ramsgate, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure what Southwest Trains one is. Southwest Trains ones might be Wimbledon, I'm not sure. Speed limit goes up to 45. I need to be careful not to daydream. Oh, that was good timing. 72 stock exiting the tunnel just before we went in. Yeah, we need to try not to daydream as we come out of this tunnel here, because believe me, I've done that before and I absolutely flew through Kensal Green Station. Even now we had a bit of a faster than usual entry speed, but we should be alright. A bit of a stop short, but nothing too major. Right, now things get a bit interesting for me, because I've never done this before. We're now gonna continue on to Queen's Park, but we're not gonna be routed through the shed. And that is what would normally happen if we were driving on the Bakerloo line, but because we're driving a London Overground service continuing to Euston, we're going to be routed onto the London Overground platform. So yeah, this is quite interesting. I'm going to keep the HUD off until after we depart from Queen's Park, because speed limit remains at 45 into Queen's Park. I did just check. There's a 30 limit in 2 point something miles time. So here's where we'd be routed onto through the sheds and into the Bakerloo line platforms, but we are continuing straight. Gonna get the brakes in now as well, because we are getting closer to the platforms, and here we are. We don't have a stop board this time, so we're just going to take it up to the platform boundary gate thing. There we are, perfect. I need new headphones. My headphones are starting to do this thing where it sounds like I can hear static or something, and I really hope that isn't coming through in the video right now. In fact, I'm gonna do a quick edit because that is criminal. One sec. Right, my people, apologies for that. I'm not sure why my GSMR's turned off. I hate it when that happens. Vigilance acknowledge. Oh, okay. Right. Next station. Oh yeah, I need the HUD, don't I? Next station, Kilburn High Road. There we have the Queen's Park South shed on the right there. And as some of you know, Bakerloo line trains can sometimes continue down to Kilburn High Road if, say, there's engineering works or something, and then they can turn around and head back up north. So a little fun fact for you. That is why the 4th rail extends all the way down to Kilburn High Road, and then just beyond Kilburn High Road, the 4th rail runs out, and then we're only going to be 3rd rail for the rest of the journey. There's the stop board there, kind of sneaking up on us, even though it's not moving. But yeah, that caught me off guard ever so slightly. Should be stopped in about the right place. Oh, stretch. Oh, sorry guys. Whew. Right, green signal. Let's not hang about here because I am desperate to get to Euston. South Hampstead next station. Waiting forward. Right, where are we? Yeah, it is quite a nice, the Watford DC line is quite nice to drive on. Am I gonna come back and drive this often? Probably not. This is not too, it is a bit dull, to be honest. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That is probably how it is in real life, but yeah, so I don't think, I don't know. Maybe if this was my local route, then I'd be a bit more biased towards it, but yes, it doesn't really seem too exciting. And there's that strange building on the right. When I first saw that in real life, I was thinking, what is that? I thought it was like a stadium or something, but no, people actually live in that monstrosity. Very high entry speed. They're gonna hang about in brake step 2. I was all talk about being cautious with the brakes, because I ain't being cautious for nothing right now. But we're doing alright. Stop board's too low down once again. Right, I think Euston's next, right? London Euston platform 9, there we are. Next and final station, London Euston, my people. We made it. Speed limit 45, going down to 30 now. Good thing I noticed that. Okay, so this is the weird underground section. The weird poorly rendered underground section. These lights are way too bright as well. Oh, we're on a downward gradient, so let's tap on the brakes ever so slightly. Yes, you look at that. This that has been a problem in Train Simulator since the beginning of time. The Phantom Tunnel end. even in Train Sim Classic, it's annoying when that happens. You get a fake end of the tunnel, and then you get closer to it, and then the rest of the tunnel renders in. I really hate that. I don't know. Can they not just increase the draw distance for tunnels only? It's definitely something to do with the draw distance. Like they obviously have it programmed so that certain textures don't load in until you're closer to them. But I wish it wasn't like that with tunnels. Okay, we're going uphill now, so let's get some power in. I can hear a Pendolino somewhere. I don't know where it is. With its air raid siren motors. We got a double yellow signal. I'm not sure if that means we're going to be held out. Excuse me. I don't know if that means we're going to be held outside Euston, or if we've been routed into the platform. Actually, no, it seems we're being held outside Euston, according to the track monitor. Oh, speed limit's 40, going up to 50 by the looks of it. Okay, but we are going to keep in mind that we did just pass a double yellow signal, so we're not going to take too much power. Those red signals scared the life out of me, but I had that double yellow signal committed to memory, so I didn't need to worry too much. There's our single yellow, so gonna tap on the brakes. $20 mph at the AWS. Okay, it seems that something's been given priority over us, which is nice to see. Do love a bit of dynamic signaling here. The downward gradient's really affecting our ability to stop. Okay, perfect. So now that we're at a red signal, I'm actually going to go into full service braking into the secure position, and I was about to open the doors for some reason. That would have been problematic, and set our driver reminder appliance, and we're just going to sit here. And I'm running out of recording time because I do need to keep this video below an hour, so I'm actually going to edit the video down, and I'll catch you guys when the signal clears. And it has just cleared. I was literally about to stop recording and it cleared. Wow, that was lucky. Right, forward. I do like the 390s motor sounds, I must say. It actually sounds quite nice. It's just when it's passing you at high speed, that's what I don't agree with. I think it sounds awful when it's passing you at high speed. That was a double yellow, so yeah, double yellow signal that we just received as well. So we have been cleared into Euston. I'm not sure why the track monitor says 125 miles an hour, but do your thing. Speed limit is 40 going down to 25. Just after the next signal. Oh, excuse me. So let's tap on the brakes now. Platform 9. And I'm guessing it's kind of similar to London Victoria here, where you've got the downward gradient and then it levels off just before you get into the platforms, or the platforms downhill as well. We'll soon find out, but I have slowed down to 20 just to allow gravity to bring us back up to 25. Yep, I was correct. Because you're rarely going to have a platform at a terminus station on a downward gradient, because that's asking for trouble. But Also, let's bring it down to 15 for the entry into the platform. Oh, look at that, you've actually got a 15 board there. It's not marked on the track monitor, but yeah. And it doesn't show up on the HUD either, so that 15 board is just a visual asset by the looks of it. It hasn't actually been programmed into the HUD for some reason, but I'm not complaining. As a professional, I know to slow down to 15 anyway on entry into a terminus platform. Oh gosh, you can see my frame rate's taking a hit right now. We're below 10 for the TPWS. Yeah, my frame rates are crying right now. I'm on PlayStation 5. I can't imagine how you PC guys are doing. I feel like the old gen consoles will probably crash quite a lot coming into Euston. One thing I don't like, and I have the same issue with London Victoria Station, it's just too bright in here. I'll be so honest. It doesn't need to be this bright. I don't like it at all. These underground terminus stations, or terminus stations that are underneath a building, they're a lot darker in real life. I'm not sure why it's so bright in here. Don't like it at all. But yeah, let's remove our master key. Safety systems off. Ugh, the frame rates, man. That is disgusting. There must be a lot of traffic in here right now because it's the morning rush hour. Yeah, there's quite a bit, to be honest. Look at them. They're like little worms sliding about. Anyway, I think this is platform 8. I think this is the platform that I came into in real life one time. Because I'm saying that because I've only come into Euston Station about twice in my life. So yeah. Anyway. Right, my people, that concludes this commentated drive. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Constructive feedback and criticism is more than welcome in the comment section below and is highly appreciated. If you'd like to further support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing. I will catch you guys in the next one. Love.